Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy CartoonTaj. Welcome back to the channel, man. Hope everybody having a great day, having a great Wednesday. Man, and today we gonna really get into the reaction side of my channel, man. I've been doing a lot of reactions lately. Kind of busy working on projects, as an artist, man, and really try to pump the videos out how much as I can, especially my featured videos, but sometimes you gotta do some reactions, man, and react to certain topics in sports with you guys, bro. Especially when it comes to hooping. And the NFL playoffs is heating up, man. This is a basketball channel, but we gonna react to some football stuff too, man. I'm a Ravens fan, so we gonna react to some NFL stuff, some NFL topics, especially the MVP race. Now, I reacted to a video, I think a couple days ago, last week. It's on my channel about, about Ravens QB Lamar Jackson versus Bills QB Josh Allen. Who's the real MVP? So, guys, tune in, man. And who I'm going to react to is Bomani Jones, former ESPN colleague, man. Well, not colleague of mine, but former ESPN commentator. And he's going to really get his own YouTube channel called The Right Time with Bomani Jones. Everybody get into the YouTube content creation space. That's what's up. That's where the money at. His title of his video, The Case for Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen and the Future of the MVP Award. It's a very interesting video, man. So you guys make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to me, man, for more vids. And, man, let's go hop into it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Right Time. Except it's the wrong time, because it's the right time, but at a different time. We on YouTube. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for all kinds of exclusive content. We're going to talk today about the NFL MVP race. Like, now that the season is over, we can actually talk about it. It is like one of our great tricks as media, where as if we ever run out of enough football to talk about. But, some days you got a long time in between games. So we just start talking about the MVP and getting people mad. Like, we don't, understand how this works. Okay? Here's how this works. Way number one, quarterback is going to win. You can go ahead and put that out there. Every now and then you might be able to run for 2,000 yards and then you can get an MVP too, but that isn't even a guarantee. Eric Dickerson broke the all-time goddamn rushing record and did not get the MVP. Now, granted, that year Dan Marino threw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns. Neither here nor there. The all-time record does not guarantee that you are going to get the MVP. All of that is to say what you knew already. Saquon Barkley, thanks for the memories, homie. And shout out to you for actually having it in you to just look around and be like, nah, we ain't even tripping on this record, man. Let's go win us a Super Bowl, man. He that kind of dude. That's impressive to see, even though they're not going to win no Super Bowl because the Detroit Lions is in the end.
Saquon should have went for the record. I mean, 40 plus years of the NFL history that record has not been broken, the rushing record, if I'm not mistaken. When you that close to getting the record, I think he's 140 yards. I don't know if I'm somewhere in the ballpark of him breaking that record with Eric Dickerson single season rushing record. I think they should have gave it to him, man, because not many times in history you're going to get to that goal, man. Even though the NFL added one extra game now, 17 games, I just think that he was that close. They should have gave it to him, man. And I'm pretty sure they played the Giants too, his former team. Their defense is trash. He would have easily got that defense, probably got $160, sat down by the third quarter, probably by the end of the third, and resting for the postseason. That is my take on it. I mean, of course, you want to win the Super Bowl, have them healthy, anything can happen, but that's football in general. So, to me, it's football in general. You're going to get hurt no matter what, no matter what game, no matter what the situation is. It happens, man. So, when you got a chance to really break the record like that, man, you should have. They should. I mean, I felt he got holes on that one.
FC, neither here nor there. Anyway, Joe Burrow, way to go, buddy. I mean that. I like Joe Burrow. I think that the success that he has had while playing for the Cincinnati Bengals is something that we underrate. They still the Bengals. All the things that made them the Bengals before Burrow and Chase and all them dudes got there, all those things are still there. Joe Burrow went out there and got it done. It was really, really good that he threw for all those yards to those incredible receivers that he manages to have. But the last time I checked, the same thing that I'm going to be doing over the weekend is the same thing that Joe Burrow is going to be doing, and it is not playing quarterback for a team in the NFL playoffs, which is to say, I don't even know why the hell we having this discussion. I had seen people make the argument that if somehow Cincinnati managed to get into the playoffs in the last weekend of the year, that you would have to give Joe Burrow the MVP. And that is honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Or maybe
Facts, man. I mean, Joe Burrow's an incredible quarterback, bro. He's in the big four with Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. Joe Burrow, that's the big four of the NFL right now. But man, that's crazy work though, because you could say, man, he's throwing for all them yards and all them TDs. He got top 2-3 receiver in Jamar Chase. Higgins, I think it's probably a top 6 receiver by himself in the league. So he got all them weapons, man. You can say, man, the defense is trash. The defense kind of keep the offense on the field to put the ball on points for him to get up there. He is producing, though. Unfortunately, his defense let him down. The defense played well against Pittsburgh. And they just came up short, man. They should have played well earlier in the season. So that's on them, man. But he should not be in the MVP talks. It was a cool argument. We put up the best passing stats, this season. But nah, when you're 9-8, nah, man, you just can't, bro.
to be fair to those people, they weren't saying that we would have to give him the MVP under those circumstances. They were saying that he would have to be in the conversation. And that's not how conversations work. I ain't got to talk about nobody. Either you get in it or you don't. I could be a hater if I want to and keep you out of the conversation. No, you're not obligated. We're not going to pull this off. And especially in a year like this, where everybody is going to have to acknowledge what is really going to be the point of this here video that we're doing. There isn't no actual qualifications for winning this. There's a couple of prerequisites, it feels like, but you're not just going to check boxes and then win the MVP, or check boxes and then we're required to allow you to be a person who is in said conversation. Okay. Now, I do think that we have a great historical track record to indicate that if your team does not make the playoffs, then you cannot win the MVP. Okay. This ain't baseball. Baseball, you can somehow pull that sort of thing off. Andre Dawson did it in 1987, for example. These other games don't really work in that way, right? So yes, I can feel okay saying Joe Burrow, no playoff in ass, gonna have to stay over there where the playoffs ain't. Okay, that's where that's gonna go. You and a bunch of other guys who played well but did not win MVP. Okay, cool. You there because y'all did not make the playoffs. This comes down to two people: Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Now, I'm gonna tell you something that I realized over the vacation. Now, we have been talking on this show for a while, and I had made this point. Josh Allen was on a roll on national television. There was a stretch of, I want to say, 4 straight weeks where Josh Allen played on national television and looked like a superhero. I don't think that there was any way that if the game that you watched that week was the Josh Allen game, that you could see him play and look at the dudes that he was out there throwing the ball to and think for a second that anybody could possibly be playing better than he has this season. But for some reason, and I don't quite know why, the last couple weeks of the season did not involve Josh Allen playing games in those big prime windows. But Lamar Jackson did get to play those games in those prime windows. And I had gone into Christmas saying to myself that Josh Allen's going to win the MVP, right? That there's just no way around that. He's going to do it. Bro, I saw Lamar Jackson play those 2 games, and what it showed me was that clearly I had not watched Lamar Jackson play football in a very long time.
Man,
that was it. Because I was watching that dude, and I'm being like, how you going to tell me that can't age the MVP? It looks like he's operating with just a completely different level of mastery of playing football than anybody else. So with Allen, what makes it interesting to me watching him this year is he just looked like he out there doing tricks, right? Like I am going to throw this 65 yards down the field, hit it right on the money in coverage. Nobody else can do that sort of thing. That's what like you're seeing those sorts of things, right? Just complete highlight reel athletic madness. I'm watching Lamar this year and it looked like Mozart type stuff, right? Just an aficionado, just a virtuoso. That's the one I'm looking for. My bad, I don't speak that language. It looks honestly in a way that I don't think that people ever thought was going to be possible, but because they didn't pay enough attention to the track record of Lamar Jackson. Like this is a dude that played in that Bobby Petrino system, which is as complex as you could ask for any college quarterback to play. Like he looked like a dude that knew what was going to happen at every step, every step. So who's going to win the MVP? Whoever people feel like voting for. Right? That's what I realized in the course of watching them two dudes play. I can sit around and I can try to make a case, right? You can do that. But you're not going to convince anybody with that case. It's just going to be what they feel like doing. It's going to be what they see, right? And the case for Josh Allen is how it feels, right? I think that his season this year is analogous to Cam Newton in 2015, where the advanced numbers and metrics aren't really giving you the story of an MVP. But when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, there goes the MVP. If you watch Josh Allen and you feel it enough, that's going to be your MVP. If you want to come against that with the litany of statistics on Lamar Jackson's side, and by the way, Allen's got some stats, like especially your regular accountant stats. He's got those. Lamar's got the advance. He's got all of those. You can scream those till you blew in the face to somebody. But if they don't feel like that's the MVP, that's not going to be the MVP. That's how all of these things work, right? In fact, they got that award called Offensive Player of the Year, where if you just realized that all you were saying was how you felt, but just in case you was wrong, you can say somebody else can have that. And then everybody goes home with the trophy. It is the most participation trophy.
I mean, this is really crazy because, in my opinion, I got Lamar for the MVP. Josh having a great year, man. Both of those guys been Superman out there. I just think, yeah, Lamar got the statistics though, but man, when he on the field, you like, bro, this dude is cold, man. Josh Allen too, but it's like Lamar to me is the most exciting player in football because his speed at the quarterback position. He picked 2.0, but with a really great passing game now. You know, and you know the narrative, man, to give it to Josh, bro. I know Josh. Well, Lamar already have two, man. Give it to Josh, man. You gotta have one. You know, if Lamar had a season, he had a season ago, he won MVP. Josh Allen would have had the MVP this year. But stats of Lamar Jackson, man, you just can't. 915 rushing yards, over 4,000 plus passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 more on the ground, I think 45 overall touchdowns, 44, something insane like that. It's kind of hard to deny him that, man. It really is. it just, and then with the eye test, man, they said the eye test with Josh Allen, the eye test with Lamar is just insane as well, man. He, like I said, it's like he playing with kids out there. You know, he's faster than everybody on the field, man. It's kind of like, how could you stop him though? He just dominated the game, and of course you got the Derrick Henry factor. People say, man, they got D Henry, man. King Henry, he gonna go ahead and I'm ready for 2,000 himself, man. But they don't know that Lamar had kept opening up the running lanes because defense is predatory to stop Lamar. They get gaps in the running lane. That's when Derrick Henry can go ahead and do his damage. And Derrick Henry gonna do it anyway because he a beast. So I just think, you know, it's a wild race, man. Saquon had a great year. I wish he had a record, but he rushed over 2,000. I think the offensive player of the year usually go to the non-quarterbacks on offense, like the skill position players. Like you could say a receiver, he having a great year. Like you could say Saquon was having a good year. Jamar Chase having an amazing year. You can get Jamar Chase because he might get a triple crown in receiving yards and receptions, TD. So, I mean, offensive player of the year, I think, is out of those two for the running backs and the receivers. But man,
trophy situation that we have in the league. We just come up with another trophy that you can give somebody. All that matters for real is going to wind up getting settled, of course, in the postseason, where we got a good chance that you're going to see Lamar and Allen play against each other's, their teams at least playing against each other in the division round. But I'm going to throw this out here. There's something I really just thought about as I was sitting here. Are we going to have more conversations in media about things like the NFL MVP? Because that one actually allows for more room for mystery than the NBA MVP. NBA MVP kind of litigates itself normally. But are we going to have more MVP conversation that goes on throughout the season in the presence of gambling? Now that everybody that's broadcasting for you has got their names on some sort of sports book, is it a more lucrative conversation? Who is going to be the MVP? Now that there is an incentive to talk about it, to try to get people to gamble on it and try to get them to ride these trends. And everybody can get up there and be like that Kornacki dude with the khakis on and try to figure out what direction everything is going in. Is that going to be where we go because of the influence of the gambling that we have here? Even though we know in the end, they just going to vote for whoever it is that they feel like voting for. Like, look, they don't get that NFL MVP to some people that you don't even remember having no damn MVP. Have you ever heard of Brian Sipe? Brian Sipe won an MVP as the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns once. They gave Matt Ryan an MVP one time. Steve McNair, God rest his soul, he ain't going to make the Hall of Fame, but he has won an MVP or at least got a share of an MVP. Man. I mean, there are guys that you just don't think about it have won MVPs at points. It ain't never really been that important. Like, it's cool for you to be able to say that you have it, but it's not like the NBA where just about everybody that wins an MVP goes to the Hall of Fame. It's not that. Does it matter that much? Not really. Have you ever truly had a passionate argument about who won the MVP? The way I see it, not so much. Have you heard more about the MVP this year than you recall hearing in any other year? For me, yes, that is the case. And that right there is all about that gambling. If you want to gamble on this, all I can say is do what you feel. The NBA is in full swing and the...
Oh, man. That was another great video by Bomani Jones, man. You guys make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm having a link to this video down below, so you guys can watch it again on your own. Glad y'all able to watch it with me. And you guys comment down below, man, who's the NFL MVP? You know, Lamar had a great season, man. Spectacular, record-breaking. Josh Allen had an amazing season leading the team. You know, people thought that probably wasn't going to be as good as they were. You know, both guys got a legitimate argument, man, to win it, man. You can't really be upset with who wins it or not out of those two guys, man. They deserve it. Both of those guys, in my opinion, are two, you can say the two best players in the league right now. You know, Joe Burrow is the best passing quarterback in the league. But at the end of the day, they got to go through Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, man. he's still the dog on top of the mountain that they got to go through. So, right, when these guys get through them this season, get to the Super Bowl, man, MVP or not, that's the ultimate goal, really. You guys, I'm glad you guys really like this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe down below, man. And I'm trying to crank more 2025, bro. Trying to drop more vids, man, more featured vids. I got to get back in the stew, man. When I say stew, I mean the art studio. And try to drop some more art, man. It's been a minute. Doing a lot of commission work. But you guys want to follow me on Instagram, get drawn with your favorite artist, your favorite cartoon character, you know, NBA baller, NFL player, just, you know, baseball player, no matter who. Get drawn with your family member, your girl, your dude. Just let me know, man. Just follow me on Instagram, CartoonTaj. You guys want to follow me on TikTok, man, and see my artwork, my animations, dancing, I should say. If you want to get animated into a TikTok, I guess, you know, just follow me on TikTok, man. If you want to, you know, get dropped off on 2K or Madden on the PS5, man, hit me up on Twitch. You know what I mean? You guys have a blessed day. Peace.